Da-dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum. Lord, I'm shocking my own damn self, honey. I'm early. Normally I'm about 5, 6, 7 minutes damn late. Okay, let me find myself on the web. Do a little test. Da, da, da. Do, 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 do. Okay, hopefully I get some of y'all in here tonight because it's a weekday and it's 9 o'clock. So some of y'all should be off. Okay, my voice is coming up clear. Okay, I don't care how many of y'all is in here today. Most of y'all probably just catch this on the playback, but I'm going to give y'all about till 9:05 to get on up in here. Because Lord knows there's a lot to talk about, y'all. And we got one person. Oh, we up to 2. Welcome to the early birds. We still a minute early. I said it for 9 o'clock, but I said, honey, let me be up on time for this life-changing news, child. I done got my tablet all set up and everything. I done got my test out the way. Hey, Jackie. Okay, see, I'm still getting used to these new formats on StreamYard. Now on StreamYard, they got it where you can have somebody else on in vertical mode while you're in horizontal mode. Although I don't got nobody to invite up just yet, but give me about to the end of the year, we might be able to test that feature out. Okay, so it's 9:01. So what good news should I darn go with first? Should I go ahead and just get the job out the way? Back in the money. Yes, honey, we back in the money, honey. Well, maybe not this particularly, but we getting here soon. Diva's about to put the eye in spas sometime soon, but in the meantime, honey, we got the miles dropping down at my job, honey. After a 2.5 month ordeal, y'all. When I tell y'all these mugs have put me through it, I have never used my doggone business background as much as I have with this damn job, subsequent to being terminated. So to give y'all all a summary of what happened with me, my supervisor lied on me, and upon me being off, I did my own investigation because the crooked darn on Klansman investigator, I did not, honey, I was not about to leave my life in his hands for multiple reasons. We'll get to that in a moment. But upon doing my own investigation, I found out this supervisor was darn going committing wage theft to not only me, but to all the Black American female employees on the line. Now, mind you, we are the minority in more ways than one, and not just because of our ethnicity and gender, but because of the numbers. It is like 70, both lines contain majority guys. However, only a Pacific demographic of women pay was constantly getting darn on deprived from them. And even the women that were making guaranteed hours, he was darn going taking 2-3 hours off the top of their hours. So let's say if a woman worked 47 hours that week, somehow he'll fudge the numbers and make it seem like she only worked 43 or 44 hours. And most people don't catch it because if you only do it like an hour here and an hour there, most people don't pay attention to their hours in that much detail. So for months and months and months, he was getting away with darn on stealing all of our darn on guaranteed hours. And that shit adds up. Over a course of months, we talking about thousands and thousands of dollars that this motherfucker done deprived us. So that's one issue. When I done caught wind of it, because y'all know my background is in business, right? So it didn't take me too long to realize, and I'm a Capricorn, bitch. That's the wrong person to try to mess with their money. You don't fuck with no goddamn girl with a background in business, and you don't fuck with a girl who is a Capricorn. Every Capricorn is about their motherfucking money. We know our hours down to the motherfucking darn going minute. Why in the fuck did you think the darn going include me up in that shit? But nonetheless, he tried to play with me. So I kept taking his ass up to HR. And this was an ongoing thing. Like, throughout this whole ordeal, it's been months and months and months. We don't have seen not one, not two, not three, but 4 different HR staff members about this darn pay theft issue. And then it's like it kept getting progressively worse as months went on. First, he was only depriving me of like a half hour and then an hour here. And, starting off little, but you give a nigga an inch, they take a mile every time. And I already knew what he was darn gunning for. I was like, oh, see, he's testing the waters. Because it's like the moment that you let a nigga get away with depriving you of 1 hour, then they're going to start taking more and more and more. So what started turning out, me missing $20 here, $40 there, then it started coming up to like hundreds of dollars missing out of my check. It got to a point where at one point this nigga done took over denied me over $200 out my motherfucking weekly check. When I tell y'all a girl was hot as darn on goddamn fish grease, $200 motherfucking dollars is goddamn car insurance payment. $200 is like 70% of my goddamn bi-weekly car payment. $200 is goddamn 2 weeks worth of goddamn groceries and darn going eating out. Like, bitch, $200 ain't nothing to goddamn sneeze at. So needless to say, I went up and darn on HR and raised some goddamn hell. So here goes the scheme that my supervisor went to the darn on employee investigator to darn on bring back the HR with the bullshit. Shout out to darn on Candy Birds. So this mug crafted the ultimate scheme and darn on took me out of my job title duties, left me wandering around helping everybody else in the plant, and darn going called the employee investigator and made it seem like I was disappeared off the darn on production floor for the remainder of the night. Yes, y'all heard that right. Made it seem like I done left the production floor for the remaining of the night. Now, this is what partially screwed him. During this time, it's like, motherfucker, you didn't realize I had another meal break that I had to clock out for. So how is you framing this narrative that I'm gone 4 hours off the clock and I have a whole meal break in between this time? And darn going, I had darn going a chronic flare up during this time. So I was clocking out multiple times going up downstairs to the damn bathroom. 90% of the damn HR staff are damn women. So any one of them could have came in, went to the bathroom and seen that I was going back and forth to the damn bathroom. Needless to say, this woman here darn gonna try to pull me up on the camera for darn going 60, 70 minutes. Darn gonna couldn't pull me up. And then that's supposed to be my fault. So somehow she darn gonna gives me the darn gonna pink slip back down. And then that end lies the darn on 2.5 month ordeal. So I'm starting to re-upload the videos. Some of them are in my members only. After a month or so of being in members only, I released them for the rest of y'all to see. But y'all want to hear in detail about the bullshit that I went through. It even got so bad that I even had to damn near file a complaint on my own union for being so passive about this shit. Because my union was darn going trying to encourage me not to darn going file complaints with the EEOC and darn going OSHA. Now, mind you, this was a retaliation cover-up because not only was reporting wage theft, but the mug was also darn on putting women in dangerous situations, mostly me, when it came to darn on putting me around men that was harassing me and assaulting me on a constant. Now, granted, when it came down to it, if it really got too violent, the girl can handle her own, but that's besides the point. I shouldn't have to darn gonna get to the point where I have to goddamn slap a bitch up in the middle in the plane. I shouldn't have to drop kick a nigga or anything. There should be an adequate security and safety measures where I don't have to darn gonna take matters into my own hands. So even though I done gotten physically assaulted multiple times up in this plant, and I done put the fear in God in some of these guys, that's besides the point. The fact that I had to do it in the first place is a major violation. And then y'all got this is a $1 billion company, and you telling me you ain't got no running cameras. Even after months and months of reportings of darn on not only me, but multiple women being sexually harassed and assaulted in this darn on plant. And not only by other co-workers, but by management as well. And yet they claim they did a so-called investigation, but they don't never tell you what the reports of the investigation was. And I dare for them to bring me into the office. It wasn't because once again, I can back up all my damn facts. Y'all didn't have me sign no goddamn non-disclosure when we was in that darn on round table meeting when y'all darn on deprive me of the rest of my darn on money. Because after I finally came back, will y'all believe these mugs still had the audacity to darn on try to deny me my full back pay from when I was out? Even though y'all done found the supervisor liable of half of the stuff that I warned y'all about, y'all would have caught the other half if your darn going tacky behind investigator would have went down to the floor and actually did the scope of his job. But see, y'all cherry pick who and who y'all don't enforce insubordination on for not doing their jobs. Y'all pretty much punished me because I was darn going doing what your utility's supposed to do, which is relieve darn on folks for darn on breaks. You don't punish them when they don't do the scope of their job. You don't punish the supervisor when he fucks up at the expense of employees to their financial detriment. And then now you got an employee investigator who is aware of wage theft and other civil rights violations, putting darn on people in harm's way. Because I was already in the clinic that Monday because I got injured because a darn on port shoulder done struck me. In addition to the fact that when I was trying to throw a port shoulder off into the combo, I done hit my goddamn knee on the darn on metal railing. So it was like, and now here we go again with piling up of meat all over again. And yet, y'all don't want to reveal any sort of steps of what y'all going to take to prevent this from happening in the damn future. So I don't wash my hands of the situation. I said, you know what, Juan? At this point, this company, well, let me not say the company as a whole, because corporate did not necessarily respond to me directly. I did put them on notice. And I think they are aware of some of the issues because soon as I started filing some complaints, all of a sudden corporate's up in there for a whole goddamn month during the first month of my termination getting shit together. Within the first month of the Diva being gone, over $15 million worth of meat was rejected and returned back to the plant. Upon a girl returning back to her job, hundreds of thousands of dollars at the minimum worth of meat was darn going saved from going to darn on inedible, but you know, not to toot my own horn. But y'all want the darn going Act like y'all can't pay a girl roughly about $6 grand worth of back pay. Now, mind y'all, you not only fired my supervisor, but you fired the OJT on the two training coordinators of the darn going cut flow plant, and along with a dozen other darn going blue hats, to the tune of a $500,000 worth of annual payroll at the minimum. A $500,000, but y'all pussyfooting on my goddamn $5 grand or 5-6 grand. Needless here to whatnots. I end up windmilling. Oh, hold on, y'all. That whistling was going to get on my damn nerves. That was my darn on heater, y'all. But needless to say, reluctantly, I came to a darn on settlement that was partially satisfactory. And even with this darn on partial settlement, there's still some bullshit. Cause everybody got a raise once I got terminated. I said, oh, y'all just, oh, this is just an extra proverbial slap in the face. So the moment that I get terminated, you give the entire plant a damn near dollar raise, and then you give them a retroactive raise going back to July. I didn't get terminated till August 7th. So I said, well, damn, I'm not even entitled to the retroactive raise when y'all sent out my final paycheck. Now, fast forward 2.5 months later, y'all didn't add that on to my darn going settlement. And then y'all was pussyfooting about the darn on initiative. I had to raise hell. And then y'all finally sit that out, but then forgot to add the raise part onto it. And even to this day, it is now Monday, the 17th, 16th anniversary of my grandmother. And I'm still waiting on the rest of that darn on back pay. Now, mind you, once again, this is a $1 billion darn on company that is the largest processing plant in the world. And this is the type of darn on issues in regards to payroll that employees got to deal with. And then when you send a professional email to HR, they want to act oblivious. Their favorite phrase is, oh, I don't recall. Well, maybe this is why you should start doing some note taking so you can recall. Like, this is the most unprofessional group of people. Because I hate the darn on group everybody as a monolith, but I done dealt with so many different people in high level positions at this place, from multiple supervisors, superintendents, ops managers, employee investigator, and darn going head of HR, associate of HR. And I'm not trying to critique nobody intellect or anything, but these types of actions, the responses and stuff is like I'm conversing with somebody in junior high. Like, these individuals supposed to be, and I'm going to throw some shots out there. You can say what it is, but I did some research on my own on all of y'all. Since y'all wanted to stop my social media, oh yeah, it got even worse. After you darn gonna call yourself giving me the pink slip, you wanted to darn gonna stalk my social media and browse through my videos and stuff. So guess what? I did a reverse Uno and did some darn gonna investigating into some of y'all. Miss Christian woman. Every post on your Facebook is a Christian darn post, but you doing all this unholy darn bullshit. This ain't very holy. This is not very holy, darn causing unnecessary pain and suffrage during the holiday time. Honey, our government is doing that enough. Honey, messing with people's insurance. Some people darn not getting food stamps this month. Then they just darn restore the folks food stamps for whatever time of the month that is going to darn come. Darn airports was shut down during the government shutdown and shit. Darn national parks darn shut down. TSA not getting their darn money in a timely manner. It's like the government is already doing enough fucking up American people. We don't need our 9 to 5s, or in my case, a 3 to 2, messing with me either. And then it's like the head of HR, you got a degree in darn on sociology, I believe. You got a master's in sociology. And the way you converse with me is so deplorable, downright darn on disrespectful. Because I asked you to the extent of, because when my pay got messed up for a upteenth time. Now, mind you, what started this whole bullshit was the supervisor messing up my goddamn pay and framing me, which led to a false termination and a full-fledged investigation into his ass, which led to his termination and my reinstatement. So you should already know by now that this will be a sensitive area for me in regards to messing with my goddamn money. So you would think you of all people, being aware of all this from the very beginning, you will come at me and converse with me correctly. And you once again knowing the same excuse that your employee investigator downstairs did, was blaming it on payroll. Okay, well, since payroll seems to have an issue only with me on the most habitual, this habitual payroll issue, give me the goddamn number of payroll. Maybe they need to converse with a bitch that got a darn background in business to school them on their motherfucking job. Because I'm confused on how payroll keeps having these issues. So since you don't seem to know how to get them to get my pay right, and the employee investigator don't know how to seem to get them my pay right, how about you get them on the phone with me? Now, of course, I didn't say it like that. I didn't get hood on them. I said it in a professional way. And then he said, "Oh, well, I sent the email. I assured you." I said, "Okay, well, can I get a confirmation of that any sort of way?" Oh, this is another thing. They refuse to give anything in writing. That's another red flag. I done asked multiple times for confirmations and stuff in writing. They refuse. And then he just flat out said, "Oh, I'm not going to print it out." Now, I could have been a bitch and retorted that, well, legally, you ain't really got much of a choice in the matter unless you want me to file an EEOC lawsuit on that ass. Now, I could have been a bitch and said that. Because I think what they failed to realize is I'm still within my statute of limitations of filing the EEOC, OSHA, and North Carolina retaliation complaint. Why they want to be sassy back and forth with me at my goddamn expense during the holiday season at that. So I'm going to need you to bring it on down. And then it's like, once again, this is coming from a man with a goddamn psychology degree. Oh my gosh. Hey, Diva, it's been so long. I know. Oh, shit. Am I back, y'all? I'm sorry, I accidentally hit the exit button, looking at Miracle's comment. But yeah, y'all, that's what I've been dealing with as far as the job is concerned. Ooh. Needless to say, we'll see what the pays are looking like this Wednesday. If I got to raise some hell up in that mug come Wednesday. It done got so bad, I took the day off. I said, y'all know what? With all this bullshit y'all got me going through since I've come back, y'all still ain't fixed the time clock issues. Niggas are still pressed up against my ass upon clocking in. It's like we got over 100 time clocks and yet 5 of them work. You only give us a 5-minute window to try to clock in while over 2,000 employees on first shift is trying to clock out at the same time as 2,000 plus employees are trying to clock in within this 10-minute window while jack drivers are coming up and down the damn little hallway at the same time. Once again, one phone call to OSHA on that alone will have them in some doggone heated hot water. So you know what? I got to the point where I said, you know what? Fuck it. Step back, Juan. You done already won the battle that you need. This ain't your end all be all. Just step the fuck back. Just step back. You don't won the major battle because the goal was to just get your insurance reinstated, get your surgeries out the way, and darn going once you get your surgeries out the way, you could really tell them about these sales and darn gonna move on off. Because it's like the money was secondary to really still needed. But I was like, girl, just keep your insurance. Darn going to deal with this bullshit down the road later on. This company well, I will say it's ran by some incompetent people. I would say that obviously it shows that the leadership was darn on orchestrated by darn on favoritism and cliquish versus darn on legitimate talent. And whenever they see somebody like myself that actually possesses the skill sets and talents of their job, they feel innately threatened. And instead of darn going viewing me as an ally, instead of viewing me as, somebody that would be an excellent addition to furthering the darn going company, instead, they feel intimidated. They feel scared and worried that somebody like me might darn gonna snatch their job up. So they come up with lies. They try to put a bitch on a false improvement plan. That's another thing that was going on for the longest. They kept trying to put me on the performance review. But then I was trying to figure out, like, well, how you want to convince corporate in one sense that I'm not meeting performance standards. But then when I asked, well, what's the parts per minute? You can't even give me the parts per minute for you to even hold me to a performance review standard, number one. Number two, you're not even aware of the full scope of the job for you to even darn going to assess whether I'm in violation of the darn going performance standard or not. That's number two. And then number three is the fact that if I'm doing so goddamn bad, how come you have me elevated doing darn going utility like damn tasks if I'm not even meeting my regular rate? I'm so darn on bad, but yeah, I'm doing my job and darn on your utilities jobs as well. That don't make any sense. I'm doing so bad, but I'm relieving folks off the darn on line, and I'm darn on rotating everybody out for darn on breaks for months on end until you finally got a competent darn on utility to darn on do it instead. So they darn going eased up off of that darn going trying to put me on a performance review because they realize even on my worst day I still move faster than some bitches on their best day. So they was like, you know what, the performance review ain't going to darn going to work with her. She moves too goddamn fast. She moves at the speed of 2 to 3 motherfucking people. And even when they try to set scenarios up for me to darn going to fail, I still thrive under pressure. Because see, what these mugs fail to realize is, unlike them who are so one-dimensional, this plant is the only thing that they've known. It's like, I actually got life experience. Unlike some of these folks, this is what I'm starting to learn with some of these folks, that they spent so much time only at this job. This is the only job that they've known. Like, even with my supervisor at the time, he's only worked at this job. So he's only been conditioned in this environment. He don't got no real world life experience. Meanwhile, I got damn near 20 years of diverse customer service experience. I done worked on the Apple. I done worked on Apple, Amazon. I've done multiple gig deliveries, Lyft, DoorDash, Uber, Spark, Point Pickup, you name it. Customer insurance sales, translations, tech support, tier 2 darn on tier 2 support, darn on de-escalations, billing ticket disputes. The list goes on and on and on. And like I said, some people just can't handle that. And that's a personal problem. That's your own motherfucking business. They targeting you. I'm having to deal with this. Oh God. I hate that you even have to deal with a quarter of this bullshit miracle. But needless to say, I done took my day off, but my day off was very productive because During my day off, I played some catch up and I got some much needed stuff out the way. The first thing I got out the way was finally getting my oil change and stuff, my car and stuff up to date. I got my papers to submit to the DMV, so I can go ahead and get my registrations and stuff. So once that comes through, I can start doing some Ubering, because right now I can do Lyft, but I can't do Uber. That's going to be some extra money because my first 10 trips under Uber will be a $75 bonus. And once again, y'all, I got the consultation coming up soon. That's another thing I set up today. After doggone, how many years has this been? Matter of fact, I originally had all this set up for back in August before this termination, but now we back on track. I got a new consultation date set up for the girls, and it is at the end of the year. And I'm taking y'all out of town with me. We're going on a road trip, y'all. So I don't know if that's going to be the time where I create the OnlyFans where y'all get to see the full view of everything as far as what it looks like after the surgeries and everything. I'm still thinking about whether or not going that route. Y'all will still get a good deal over here, but the more, sensitive would be over there. So, yeah, y'all, we finally got that set up. What else did I get out of the way that was productive? I got my insurance under control. I got my back taxes darn on cleared. I finally paid off my back taxes today. I did try to go to the library to print out my last name change documents. The library was full as hell. Too many children and niggas running around at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to try to get out there early tomorrow morning because I just need an outstanding tax debt paper printed out and notarized that now I don't owe any debts. I got current taxes due, but I'm entitled to a refund, not a owing of anything. So I get that notarized tomorrow. It's also one more paper I need notarized. Oh, just in case y'all don't know, I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Cumberland County. Name changes are different from state to state, county to county. So in my county, what was the holdup was I needed to find 2 affidavits of good character from people that's not related to me that resides in the same county as me, that's known me for a moderate amount of time. I know that sounds easy as hell, but no, it really wasn't. Because all my close friends and shit are out of Darwin. It's like in neighboring cities and towns. Like I got folks in St. Paul's and Lumberton and Hope Mills, Spring Lake, Raleigh. Some folks out of state completely. So it was like, I know so many people, but it took me a good minute to find 2 people that's known me for a meaningful amount of time that was free, because even with people at the job, it's like, well, shit, I got the doggone lock our schedules in on a similar time frame for us to even darn be able to do the doggone paperwork. So finally got that out the way. So now the only thing I got left to do is the outstanding tax debt form. And it's one other form I can't think of right now. The petition form. I take the petition form to the courthouse. They put it up for 10 days. And then after 10 days, I come back with my SBI, FBI results. I had to get fingerprinted and all that. And then my name finally changes over. So by the end of the year, y'all, I can finally go by my name that I've really been going by for over 10 years now. But now the difference is it will be officially legally binding. Now it will be all over my driver's license, my social security card, and all of that. My work ID and stuff will get switched over officially to my new name at the start of darn on 2026 at the latest. So just in time for my birthday, y'all, all my darn on documentations will now finally reflect my new name. So that's one major goal checked off for the end of the year. They delayed me with this darn going termination scandal, but I finally can say I at least managed to do that by the end of the year. You're driving out of town. Yes, we're getting a consultation finally at the end of the year. So it's out of town. It's a good distance, y'all. It's about damn near 100 miles from me. So yeah, I'm taking y'all on a road trip. And within that road trip, I want to try out some places down there that way. Since it's not often that I get to be out there. I want to try a vegan spot up in the Raleigh area. What else do I want to try? If there's enough time, I think I might spend the day out there because my appointment is early in the morning, but I'm already going to call out for the whole day. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to pretty much travel around, do some Ubering, DoorDash that day, make me a little quick money back, see what it's like DoorDashing in the Raleigh, Durham, Wake County areas, and then make my way back to Fayetteville later on that day. The only difficulty that I'm going to have to come up with is, y'all know I do take my coworkers to work. I'm going to have to give them advance notice tonight that Monday I'm not going to be available to pick them up, but I will be back in town that night to be able to pick them up though. So a girl's going to be doing quite a bit of traveling today because my job is 30 miles away from me from Fayetteville. I'm traveling to Durham, so it's like, oh God. We put the mileage in on the car at the end of the year. Which is why it's a good thing we don't got our oil changes and everything in order. So what else do I got to discuss with y'all? I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. It's just gonna be a quick hour to fill y'all in on everything. So we got the job reinstatement out the way. The name change is happening by the end of the year. Finally caught your live diva. I'm so happy you were reinstated on the job. Yes. Even though they still giving me some bullshit crazy, but I'm reinstated nonetheless, honey. So what is the last thing I need to tell y'all about? Oh, I don't know how this slipped over my head, y'all. So for y'all to know, I'm a woman of a particular age now. I'm in my 30s. We ain't getting no younger. Throughout this time of me working at the job, let me take a little drink break real quick before I give y'all this life-changing news. Oh God. My love life is quite interesting right now as well. Let me really take a sip on this before I start talking to y'all about the romance. Hey, Natty. Oh God. So, as y'all know, I've been in apartments for pretty much all my life. There's been like maybe one time in my life I've been in an actual house. And I was like, oh my God, I got to change this. Even now, I'm in a man. Well, no, this is a trailer because I think this was built before 1977. So this is classified as a trailer. And I rent a room. But y'all know I'm trying to get some more space. A girl is not getting no younger. We trying to darn go and get some romance back. A girl's trying to get her cooking stuff on again, which no shade to my folks over here, but it's very hard to do regular life things in my current situation. Even down to washing my darn on hair while I still got it. That's another thing come 2026. Once I get all these other stuff out the way, I will be looking into a hair transplant towards the end of 2026, but I want to get the major stuff out the way first. This second. Because I learned after going over with my insurance earlier today, that my out-of-pocket maximum is $3,000 for the year. So the good thing about that is now that I got a place where my surgery is covered, once I get my pre-authorizations and everything, I done reached out to my doctors for the for the letter that meets the repath standard and everything to submit to my insurance. Um, yeah. Oh God. And that's the only delay because that can take upwards of like a 6-week process. So it's like the consultation is at the end of the year. Pre-authorization can take like 6 weeks, and then the actual point, the surgery date is like 2 months from that date. So it's like we're looking at a spring surgery at this point. I really wanted to flex and have my girls by my birthday. And I would have had it if this goddamn job didn't fucking darn gonna pull this bullshit stuff. I wanted to bring in the 33rd with some double D's, bitch. Like, so it's like, god damn it. The job has just done so much darn on irreversible damage. But still, delayed but not denied nonetheless. But on some good news, y'all. I've been getting my credit score back up. So within a matter of a couple weeks being back at my job, I got reinstated October 22nd. It's now November 8th, November 17th. So 5 days shy of a month, I've got my credit score jumped up by over 60 points, I believe, because my credit score right before I was reinstated was at like 578. My credit score jumped from a 578 all the way up to a 634. And that's just with one of my credit cards reporting paid off. The other ones still got balances for now. But once I pay those other ones come the next month's statement date, which I guess I got plenty of time before the surgery date because hell, surgery is going to be spring of 2026. So by that time, we don't necessarily know because it's like I'm going to have a fresh house payment. I'm trying to balance all this where it's not overwhelming. But right now, my score about to do another jump come December to like 660 something. So by the time we get to the house, because after 30 some years, y'all, I'm finally about to be a damn homeowner. Yay! Yes, y'all. We finally about to be a goddamn homeowner, honey. Now the only thing left is I'm trying my best to darn get into this darn particular community. Now I'm starting off small. I'm not getting nothing too major. I'm not getting no $250,000 house just yet. Give me a couple years. Give me to about when I'm 35. We're going to elevate to my desired house, the multi-story, the glamorous walk-in shower. But right now, we're starting off humble. Just something, decent to get me back acclimated with me and hopefully someone special in my life. And we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, that is my most major news, y'all. I have been going in the midst of house searching for months, and I finally locked in on a place. And it's very affordable. I now got the money since being reinstated. I got the funds for a deposit with a loan and whatnot for the house. It's just about a matter of touring the place and comparing because there's two options to choose from. And of course, when I finally get inside those places, I would gonna do a little mini vlog and get y'all opinions or whatnot. But yes, y'all, by the end of the year, hopefully, I would gonna be in a goddamn place. The goal is by the beginning of next month. So it's the end of this month now. So we're looking to, within the next 2-3 weeks. And since I really ain't got much to pack, it's going to be easy that I'm going to be up out of here. Check Fusion Realty, tell Garlina Sheriff. Check Fusion Realty, tell Garlinda Sheriff from Fort Worth. Oh, well, thank you. You're like the third reference person. Because my guy, my co-worker at the job, he just purchased the place. And he gave me his realtor's information. And you're the second person. And then one of my co-workers put me onto this community where it's manufactured. I'm trying not to dox myself with revealing too much information because, you know, Fayetteville ain't but so big. But they work with less than ideal credit, so I don't have to worry about having a 700 credit score. But still, the higher the credit, the better the interest rates, etc. And granted, I might have to deal with lot rent or whatnot. But like I said, it's only temporary. And then I'm thinking about, like, hell, by the time I get 35 and flip that place or whatnot and get into my own place, I can always use that as a rental property. And, you know, let's say charge somebody $1,000 a month for the rent. And the difference is profit for me. So the lot rent, let's say, is $400. Charge somebody $1,000, that's a difference of $600 in profit. Put $300 a month aside for like any miscellaneous stuff, like, you know, maintenance issues or whatnot. That's a little extra passive income for me, a little extra spending money. But for the ring time, we trying to look for something for myself and for somebody close of mine. Now let's get into the romance. It's not the romance that y'all thinking. So me and my actual significant other, former significant other, unfortunately, we did not stand the test of time in the midst of all this. But we're still extremely cordial or whatnot. But we're not living compatible. Wah, wah, wah. So yeah, the one that I told y'all about over the past year, it's a no-go. We are complete opposites. Give y'all a little background. He's a Leo. I'm a damn Capricorn. Need I say less? It's like we were complete opposites. He's textbook fire. I'm darn on earth. So it's like that Lion versus Capricorn dynamic. It was starting to become a drain. Now, as far as my current situation, which is a different type of situation because it's not a romance situation at all. It's more so of amazing friendship. And I'd rather keep it that way. Because Lord knows throughout these 2 years, I've done had enough male romance at this job turn into darn. No, I've phrased that wrong. In the past 2 years, I've had enough male friendship turn to romance where it's like, okay, we need to break this pattern line. It don't make sense that within 2 years, you done have been entangled in some sort of way with 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 different darn guys. Wait a minute. Let me see if I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, y'all. Don't y'all make no jokes. I swear I ain't no damn hoe, y'all. See what had happened was 1, 2, and then there's some overlap in between. Oh God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we at 5 right now. We ain't about to start counting on the other hand. So yeah, 1 is in timeout right now in the romance department. Because in addition to them 5, we had some people that, you know, Diva was getting to know. that did not even work at the job. And then there's some potential ones that's thrown in the mix that I never even got to get entangled with, but there was some heavy flirtation innuendos that if we add those in the mix, the number goes even up. But right now, there's a special friend in my life um that I might have with me. Nothing beyond darn on friendship. I swear for God, after the first 5 guys, we're not taking it to the French. We ain't going romantic no more. Oh my God, it's Miss Jasmine Divine, honey. Hell has frozen over. How has you been, Jasmine? Lord knows we ain't seen Jasmine in a minute. Now, granted, it's been a minute since y'all seen me do a live, but it's really been a minute since we seen Jasmine. Let me see. Can I show her comment? Let me see what it looks like on my ear. Girl, you gonna have to watch the playback, honey. We been going through a lot, honey. I don't know if you've been keeping track, Jasmine, but I done been falsely terminated from my job, reinstated. Credit score went down as low as 570. I now got my credit score back up to 630. By the end of the year, my credit is going to go up to the upper 660s. We got a breast augmentation scheduled. And we moving into my first ever house. So yeah, this year has been quite memorable. And unfortunately, we had a breakup, and then an amazing friendship found along the way. A friendship that's going to stay just friendship and no romance, or whatnot. Because I value this darn on particular person, not to put his business and stuff out there, but he's going through a whole lot as well. And I feel like we would work very good together. Like I said, he's not no vlog or anything, so I don't want to tell too much of his business as far as his situation. But let's just say he's going through some stuff. I'm going through a whole lot of stuff. It's like, I'll call you later. Okay, my number's still the same, Jasmine. So, and then I got to pick them up from the job. I took the day off, so I'll be up to like 2 o'clock in the morning. Diva, good for you. I'm happy you got your job back. Thank you. I see you, crazy people. Lord knows the irony of your name, because that's what I see every day at my job. Some crazy people. But yes, y'all, I do got somebody in my life, but it's a weird dynamic because this person is so compatible in so many ways. It's like this person has been an amazing confidant for me. He has been a extreme motivator for me throughout this whole time, even more so than my actual ex-spouse. Um so much in common, so much life experiences, so much, stuff we have in common or whatnot. And even like I said, our dynamics are very similar. Our food taste and everything is similar. It's like, oh my God, it's so much similarities with this person. Um, it's like, oh my God, I think I found my soulmate. Like, but it's a soulmate that's not a romantic soulmate. Like I have fallen in love with this guy, but it's a different type of love. Like when I look at him, I don't necessarily look at him like a sibling, but I don't look at him like a boyfriend either. So I don't know how to describe that. Like when I look at him, I got a tits love for him, but I don't got like I don't know. Y'all got to help me describe what that dynamic is. Like there's a unexplainable love, but it's not like a sexual love. It's more like the best way I can describe it is it's like a soulmate love. But yeah, y'all, that pretty much wraps it right on up. Oh shit, I hit the darn on hour mark just Honey, we're doing good tonight, y'all. I done hit all my darn on points in a timely manner. I done stayed on topic for the most part. And we're darn on wrapping it up all within just an hour time mark. So let me go ahead and do my roll call real quick. So we got the fabulous from, I want to say Pensacola, Florida, Jasmine Divine. We got Jackie Walker. I see Crazy People. Lynn Diverse Life. Nettie. Crazy Boy J. Miracle Morris. And last but certainly not least, Miss Jackie Walker. So yeah, y'all, that is pretty much it in a nutshell. So needless to say, there is plenty of videos to come up to make up for lost time. I now will have the space within the next month to start recording more regularly. I also seen that, what's the show called? Chasing Atlanta. Chasing Atlanta season 7 is coming back. And given the cast lineup, honey, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. So I will get back 2026, starting to do my darn one on Chasing Atlanta reviews. What else? P Valley, Katori just announced that she done finally got the lawsuit with Nikki Gilbert was dismissed. So, honey, we finally going back to the Pank, honey. The Pank has been in limbo for over 3 years. Now, Jasmine, I hope her ass come out of goddamn retirement and at least start reviewing the Pank again, honey. But yes, y'all, we gonna doggone start reviewing goddamn P Valley again come 2026. So P Valley, Chasing Atlanta, documenting the girls because y'all know I'm going to be out of work for like 6 weeks. So I'm going to take y'all on my recovery journey with me. That would be in the springtime of 2026. Also, we got a whole goddamn list. Bitch, we doing the damn thing. We got doggone Chasing Atlanta in January. We got doggone P Valley more likely going to be around February, early March. We got the girls going to be done like mid-March to late March. The recovery journey taking me all the way in April, and then the comeback journey on the tail in the spring, baby. And honey, we about to get ready for a hot girl summer. And then riding down in fall time, we're going to get this part done because since my out-of-pocket maximum is darn on $3,000, it makes sense to do both of the surgeries within the same year. That way, the second surgery is essentially free. So, yeah, I think I'll do it like that. You know what? Shit, I really should have did it in the reverse. Because since this is the least expensive, I should have doggone maxed out the doggone policy on the lower amount first and then the higher one. But it still comes out to me only coming out of pocket $4,000. And then with my credit score being in the upper 660s by the time all these start happening. Oh, and then by the time August comes around of next year, all my inquiries would have doggone fell off. The house payments would have darn on aged a little bit. I would have had multiple house payments underneath my belt. I also have my car refinance because right now I'm through Bridgecrest and they got me at like a 30-some% interest rate. Honey, as soon as next month come up, baby, we dropping that darn on shit and I'm getting my interest rate down to like 10%. So that's going to save me thousands of dollars. I'm also going to start making some repayments on a loan that I took out. And so that's also going to add to my credit history as well because I'm now paying back an installment loan while also paying back, refinance the car loan that's also in good standing, a recent house payment. So, honey, my credit is getting real diversified, honey. So now I'm going to have a house payment on my darn credit report, credit cards all under 10%. Student loan payments all up to date and darn on starting to get paid down. So yeah, y'all, by the time we get to like August, honey, my credit score is going to be liable to be in the 700s, if not like 740-ish range. She's a rock star. Oh, baby, she's a rock. Hey, rock star. I joined as soon as I saw that button. Well, thank you. Wait a minute, I scrolled up too fast. What's your name? Sarah. Y'all let's support our diva by signing up for the membership. Oh, well, you don't have to sign up or whatnot, because Lord knows I might be lazy on the membership. Well, no, I ain't going to say that, because now I will say this with the membership. Um, I will darn at least give y'all some updates on the girls towards the end. Right now, the membership is a little bit dead and dry, but I want to make the little membership worth it by at least the end of the year. Y'all will definitely be getting some top tier content on the membership by the end of the year. But thank you so much, Sarah. Oh, I even see the little darn sitting over beside you. Oh my God, shout out to darn Sarah. Hold on, let me see if I can show you up on the screen real quick. You're the first person I've actually seen in the comments with the darn little cash symbol next to it. So, oh my God, thank you so much, Sarah. Even though I only got like 3 videos in there right now, but I promise you, I want to get some videos cranked out exclusively over there coming up. Like I said, we got plenty to darn deal with. The girls, the summer of next year, we get this darn dealt with. And then towards wintertime, we get this dealt with right here. The only downside is, oh my God, I hate that I'm about to be a bald bitch by the end of next year. Y'all see my hair is like 20 inches long. So all of this is going to be cut off next year. So to give y'all a reference point of how long my hair is, it's like, oh my God. But there's no point in having long hair when my whole middle is goddamn missing. It's like I'm the textbook of goddamn bald headed skittle. I ain't got no hair to me. I got the hair everywhere else but the damn middle. So it's like we got to fix that. So, honey, I got the bone structure for it. Honey, come fall, baby. I'm going to be giving an old nasty piece of Holly Berry. I'm going to be giving a good old Lupita Nyong'o. I'm going to be giving Grace Jones, bitch. Honey, we're going to be channeling every bad bitch with a goddamn short dude, honey. Come winter of darn 2026. And besides, for the most part, y'all have only seen me with long hair on this channel. Y'all ain't really never seen me rock a fierce goddamn pixie. Well, no, y'all did way back in my early days, like 2012. Y'all seen me with my hair up to here, but it's about time to bring it back, honey. It's time for a refresh. And then this time I get to experiment with hairstyles and shit. Like I get to experiment with different colors. Cause y'all have only seen me with jet black hair. And then there was parts of my life where y'all seen me with like copper brown hair. But y'all have never seen me with like platinum blonde hair. Like I want to experiment with short platinum blonde. I think I got the complexion to pull off platinum blonde. I also want to experiment with colors. So when my hair grows into like that funny TWA stage, that 6 inches of hair, where it's like it's too short to put in a ponytail, but it's too long to wear in the pixie. I want to start experimenting with some additional colors then, like the vibrant purples and the flaming reds. All when I tell y'all 2026 about to be motherfucking bang. Honey, 2026, honey. Y'all all going to get some amazing goddamn content come 2026. And then we got the reviews coming too between P Valley and goddamn Chasing Atlanta. All in a new place. Oh, and guess what? I'm going to have a whole room dedicated to my green screen. So y'all won't see none of this tacky ass background no more. Hold on, cut mine off. Cut mine off. Only can brush it. It's very light blonde. Oh, see, now I got to see that. Now, Lynn, you got to give us an updated doggone profile for me to see what that looks like. See, that's what I'm trying to get. Like, I want to experiment with different shades of blondes and shit. But right now, we're going to just stick to the wigs for the time being. Matter of fact, since I got to update my driver's license within the next couple months, honey, we about to doggone give y'all a whole new do to end out the damn new year, honey. I mean, end out the year. I might not have my girls, but baby, we still gonna bring in 33 with a bang, baby. Like I said, by the time my birthday come up, honey, I'm gonna have my green screen. I'm gonna have my doggone my I'm gonna have my editing and stuff down pat. We're gonna get back to adding video images and screen images and stuff. All these doggone contents that I've been missing out on. I've been seeing all these other vloggers doggone document the daily content, and I ain't been able to do like I used to do. Like I used to talk politics all the time. I ain't been able to do none of that shit between working and going through my own life. I can finally get back to adding some more diverse content on here come 2026. So, whoo, I can't wait, y'all. But anyways, y'all, I'm 5 minutes over my time. So shout out to all the 15 people that done came through. Like I said, y'all, get ready. There's plenty of more content coming throughout this year. The house purchase first, y'all. The person should be getting back with me by the end of the week. So I will be giving y'all an update on that soon. I think it's going to be the name change that I inform y'all about first. And then the house second. And then the end out the year will be the girl. So y'all, my year done started out darn horrible, but it's in and out freaking amazing. I mean, my darn pretty much the only phrase I can say was delayed but not denied. My shit got delayed quite a bit, but my darn all that was darn owed to me is not denied. So on that note, y'all, let me see. Glad you got your job back. Hopefully they have you back pay. Well, that's still a little bit of issue. I'll let you catch the replay on that one. But on that note, y'all, I'm going to leave y'all on the cliffhanger. I will see y'all later. Bye.